Although my clients come to me with various goals, a lot of them come in with a secondary goal of wanting to feel stronger in their back, particularly in their lower back. People that mention this in their consultations tend to report either feeling weak in their back from time to time or feeling sore in their back, or they're potentially just wary about their back in relation to gym training because they think the gym is going to cause back injuries and they just don't have the confidence in the back that maybe they should. This is one of my favorite goals to work on with people in the gym because people shouldn't have to walk around from day to day feeling like their back is weak and fragile, and it's really an empowering feeling to feel confident in what your back can handle when it comes to daily tasks. The other reason I like this kind of training is because it's very easy to train that kind of confidence, that kind of strength alongside other goals such as improving your overall body strength or increasing your muscle mass and things like that. I'm going to detail some steps now that will provide a bit of an overview into how I train people when they come in saying they want to feel strong in their back and they mention perhaps feeling weak or sore in their back. These steps aren't intended to address any specific back pain or injury, but more just a long-term view of how to increase your confidence and ability in your back. I have made a separate video on how to train your back on a day that it's feeling sore and what might be some good steps to get yourself out of that kind of cycle of pain, and you can link to that here. Step one is simply to get your back moving. So often when there's a part of the body that feels weak, sore or tight, we tend to immobilize that area and avoid loading it and avoid using it. So step one in breaking that cycle is to actually get the area moving. And our priority here is to keep that movement at an unthreatening level, potentially with no extra weight or any particular challenge to it, but just to start getting that area moving. For your back to feel strong, it's important that you can comfortably move through a full range of motion. That doesn't mean that everyone is going to be as flexible as each other, but it does mean is that you're moving the full range that is available to you. So the movements you see here will help you move through your back in a gentle and controlled manner. Step two is to start loading the back in very controlled, loaded movements. So for these movements, I do tend to stick to movements where the back is in neutral position. There we are starting to use a bit more load. So good exercises for this are the kind of traditional strength exercises where the back muscles have to handle some external load, but they're doing so in a very controlled position. This step normally takes place in the same kind of time frame as step one, where someone is starting to move their back, but also starting to learn the barbell lifts and start to become more comfortable with traditional strength movements. This step is really important because it's going to lead on to some of the other steps later on. Step 2.5 is to include some core training in your program. Now, the reason I've called this half a step here, 2.5, is because I think it's a bit oversimplistic to refer to core training as something that is magically going to make your back stronger and resolve pain and soreness. I think we've slightly overemphasized the importance of very general, very broad core training, but I do think it is still very valuable to have some of this in your program, whether that's just in the warm-up, to start to encourage the areas, the muscle groups around the spine to start engaging a bit more, producing a bit more force and hopefully supporting the area as a whole. Step 3 is to start lifting heavy weights. So this means lifting weights that are a challenge to you, that are closer to your 1 repetition maximum and just feel like a bit of a challenge to complete. Lifting a weight that is heavy for you is a big step in finding out what you're capable of, both inside the gym and outside the gym. It helps you start to create a kind of technical blueprint for how you might approach certain physical tasks, such as bending down to pick things up in everyday life, or whether you're squatting down, whether you're lifting kids and grandkids, or moving things around the house. The way that we brace and control our breathing and build tension throughout the body when we're doing a lift that is challenging for us is a very useful way to start gaining confidence and strength in your back muscles. I've made a longer video about bracing, so if you're interested in that, I will link this here. Performing heavy lifts will also give a stimulus to your bones, muscles, and connective tissues to help those get a little bit stronger so that you're generally more robust and able to handle more external forces in everyday life. Step 4 is to start training these supporting muscles for the back. So this includes the core stuff that we mentioned earlier, but it also goes into a bit of heavier load training for things like the glutes, the upper back, the hamstrings, and some direct isolated work on the back muscles themselves. Depending on how confident and comfortable you were for step 3, where you were lifting heavy, you might actually argue that this stage should come before you enter into some big lifts. I think both of these points are indispensable for gaining confidence and strength in your back, so which way around you do them is really up to you and the comfort level that you have. That's everything for today on the topic of training for a stronger back and to feel more confident in your back. I'll also put a link in the description for 2 articles that I've written. One is my list of the ultimate exercises to have a strong back, and the other is a list of deadlift accessory exercises. So both of those lists will help you pick some exercises that are going to target your lower back and the areas around it to make you feel strong and confident in the back. As usual, any way that you can support the YouTube channel will be greatly appreciated, so if you could like and share this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also comment below. Let me know any other questions you have on this topic or anything else strength training. That's it for today, so thanks for watching and I'll see you again soon.